Now, one thing everyone would be happy to pay for, the secret to looking and feeling younger. The latest book to offer that comes from a woman who is a walking advertisement for what she promises. Her book topped the bestseller list for weeks. But as Lynn Scher reports, what you see may not be all you get.
She's the super saleswoman behind 1,000 products, promoting everything from thinner thighs to the crispiest French fries.
I'm a good salesperson. They look at me and go, I want what she's having. This price is incredible for
Now Suzanne Summers is pitching her most dramatic promise yet.
Have you discovered the fountain of youth, do you think?
I have.
That's the focus of her best-selling new book, her 16th, called Ageless. Perhaps you've heard about it.
We will no longer need antidepressants, sleeping pills.
Go to doctors who treat the cause.
This is one of my proudest achievements. I just feel so good. I'm sleeping. I have a libido. I'm not depressed. In fact, I'm happy. I'm healthy. I'm thin. I don't itch. I don't bloat. I don't have any hot flashes.
That's music to the ears of any woman who has suffered through those often debilitating effects of menopause, which come as our body's estrogen, progesterone, and other hormones decrease with age. Doctors have long treated the problem with synthetic hormones.
I'm soaked, I'm dry,
I'm cold,
I'm hot.
I'm not. My doctor prescribed Premarin.
But Summers says custom-mixed bioidentical hormones are closer to the ones our body makes and work better with miraculous anti-aging benefits. Just look at me, she says, a glowing 60 years old after a decade on bioidenticals.
Because I have energy and because I have vitality, I think it projects a youthfulness, an agelessness that isn't a cosmetic agelessness.
Now, is all of this from the bioidenticals? Haven't you had some surgery? Haven't you done some other things?
No, I have not had surgery.
No plastic surgery at all?
No.
Botox?
I have had Botox, yeah. It's very annoying, actually, that it's all about, have you had cosmetic surgery? Have you had...
because you're suggesting that it
Well,
all
I'm taking
comes
it as
from
a
the
compliment,
bioidenticals.
but it's just such a personal thing to go there. I guess I'm...
It is personal, but I have to go there because it sounds as if just by doing that, you get to look the way you look and feel the way you feel, when in fact, you've had a little bit of extra help there, that's all.
If I was not on bioidentical hormones, I would not look like this.
Summers also criticizes traditional hormones because one is made from horse's urine. She says bioidenticals prescribed for her are more natural because they come from soybeans and yams. Experts say there's no significant difference.
Why is a yam a better fit for us than horse's urine? They're both drugs.
Why is a yam better than horse's urine? I mean, please. I mean, really. What do we, you and I, have to do with a horse?
What do we have to do with the yam?
We eat them.
Well, what's more natural than horse's urine? Let me just say that right there.
Dr. Lauren Stryker, obstetrician and assistant professor at Northwestern University, says Summers and her followers are fooling themselves.
Just because something is natural doesn't mean it's safe. Arsenic is natural. How safe is arsenic? So she's making leaps here. She's making assumptions that have no scientific validity.
Those assumptions, critics say, could be dangerous. In 2002, a landmark study found that standard hormone replacement therapy actually increased the risk of breast cancer, heart attack, and Alzheimer's. Millions of women stopped taking the drugs cold turkey. Summers insists the bioidentical version she champions not only don't have those risks, they'll protect you against those diseases.
It's the greatest protection against cancer. So is it a cure for cancer? No. But is it a protective? Absolutely.
Not according to many medical experts.
There is no such thing as a harmless hormone.
Dr. Adrian Fu Berman of Georgetown University points out that there's absolutely no scientific data to prove Summers' safety claims.
Can bioidentical hormones prevent cancer?
No, there is reason to believe that they promote cancer.
In fact, Fu Berman says Summers' own breast cancer could have been caused by bioidenticals. Summers blames other medications, but acknowledges that a second serious condition, uterine bleeding that led to a hysterectomy, may have been related.
Can you promise the women who are following your lead that by taking these substances, no harm will come to them?
I do not make them that promise. I make them this promise. I'm doing it too.
Excuse me, You're giving yourself as an example. You're a self that had a precancerous condition.
Yes.
Likely due, she says, to an incorrect dosage, since resolved.
You were taking bioidenticals. Isn't that a red flag?
Not enough to make me stop taking these.
Summers bases her commitment on the 16 doctors she hypes on the cover. She calls them cutting-edge experts. Yet we found that most have published no original hormone research. And that's not all we dug up.
3 of your experts have had serious professional disciplinary problems against them, including one whose medical license is under probation for 5 years.
That's a surprise to me.
That wasn't her only surprise. Another of the experts in her book, T.S. Wiley, is not a doctor, but a passionate layperson and published author with slim scientific credentials.
Am I a degreed scientist? No.
Are you degreed anything?
Yes, I attended a BA program in anthropology at a university in St. Louis.
But you claim to have a degree in anthropology, and in fact, you never got that degree, did you?
I'm not sure.
We are. Webster College told us that the day Wiley posed for this commencement photo displayed on her website, she received only a blank piece of paper and never got a diploma. Still, Wiley says up to 10,000 women are gratefully following the program she devised, with almost no side effects. It's designed to mimic the level of hormones in a woman's body when she was an energetic 20 years old.
Is that a good idea?
We don't know. Has to be studied.
What you're basically saying is you haven't got a clue if what you're doing is safe or not.
I know that women in their 20s are generally overall healthier.
Summers' book features another expert, Dr. Larry Webster, a former emergency room physician whose current anti-aging practice has mushroomed with the publication of Ageless.
Do you believe that these bioidentical hormones are in fact safer for women's bodies than synthetic hormones?
Well, absolutely. There have been really long-term studies done on the bioidentical hormones, granted.
But isn't that the point? You haven't done the studies and you don't know?
Well, I mean, for 10 years I've treated patients. I haven't had any side effects.
Have any of the patients that you have treated with bioidentical hormones had any symptoms of cancer or heart disease?
Not to my knowledge.
Are you keeping records of every single patient?
Well, we have records of some of the patients, yeah.
But you're not tracking every single one?
No, I haven't been tracking, no, but that study needs to be done.
As does a little fact-checking.
Dr. Larry Webster, who's in my book, went to Gambia to volunteer, and he said, I can't help but notice there's virtually no cancer, no heart disease, no Alzheimer's.
Summers' book also quotes him as saying that the Gambians live longer than any other population on Earth.
The life expectancy of the people in Gambia is 56 years.
Well, that's a misprint in the book. Suzanne misinterpreted me. This was Georgia, the Republic of Georgia, which is north of Turkey.
I would think you would want to correct that.
Well, I
since
should.
It's so
You're
blatant.
right. You're absolutely right. And the Georgians, yes, they do live longer than anybody else.
Well, Georgians definitely live longer than Gambians, but they don't live as long as we do in the U.S.
One wonders what else she might have gotten wrong.
The question is, where do women turn now? First, synthetic hormones were touted as the solution, then largely discredited. Now comes the bioidentical crowd, promising their creams and pills will bring new relief against the march of time.
We've already had one set of broken promises. Aren't you making a bunch of promises that may or may not ever get fulfilled?
I'm saying, you want what I have? This is what I'm doing.
How will you feel if it turns out you're wrong?
How will you feel if in 5 years I'm right and these doctors are right and I'm living this incredible life at 65, at 70, at 75?
If you're wrong, people are going to be ill and dying.
If I'm wrong, I'll be in the same boat as everybody else. I don't think I'm wrong. At some point in life, it is a roll of the dice.
If you're willing to gamble, Suzanne Summers is working on yet another book about bioidenticals, just for men, selling her promise of perennial youth to a whole new market.
When 2020 returns, your schedule says go, but your body says stop. That's why so many people are popping this wake-up pill.
This is a big drug already.
But does the promise pay off? Next.